My name is Alan Roberts. Thank you for tuning in. Please do share this video because I think it's against the terms of service agreement from YouTube. Like they updated their terms of service agreement to just not share my videos anymore or talk about weight loss in general. I think it's against the terms of service agreement of YouTube now is to actually talk about health and weight loss. But when you're done with that, please do check out the pinned comment below in the description box below for our coaching. That's where my wife and I talk to people on a daily basis with weekly video conference calls. We help people change their life bit by bit by bit. We focus on satiation and satisfaction. You have access to live and pre-recorded yoga, HIIT style training. You can do your workouts right on the app. My wife is even going for walks with people periodically through the week to help motivate them and get them consistent in their activity. So please do check it out. Description box below. Today we're going to talk about, again, Tess Holliday. And I know some people say I make too many videos about her, but I believe that Tess is a very unique example of how society is trying to push a very seriously unhealthy ideology on people. I really, really do. Tess Holliday, if you actually look at her social media, does not get as much traction as she has followers. It does appear that she would have either bought followers or they were thrust upon her by the social media gods. I don't know, but she does not get that much traction. But it seems like almost everything she says is picked up by Today Magazine or People Magazine. It's very strange. It's odd. I'm not saying that they just use her to try to fill their advertising books full because she is a fat woman, which means she does consume a lot of food, and then they can actually have ads for pizza and for McDonald's and unhealthy things. Because that's what these magazines are all about. These magazines are all about money. When we hear magazines talking to the generalized public about how you can be 400 fucking pounds and be healthy, like Tess Holliday, we openly know that that is a lie. Society knows this. We also have shows called 600-Pound Life where we actually watch these people as if they're circus animals try to regain some semblance of a life. We absolutely, as a society, need to get to the point where we can just kind of openly admit to ourselves that being fat is indeed bad for us. However, we do have the mainstream media and People Magazine and everybody else pretty much trying to propagate that even suggesting after compliments that a person should lose weight or even wondering why a person doesn't lose a little bit of weight, that is somehow shaming. Tess Holliday was recently on her Instagram about a trip she had to the doctor's office, which, she has bad experiences at the doctor's office. She should get used to that for the next 5-10 years while she's still going to them. But People Magazine does this rendition of it, and we can go through the article. It says, Tess Holliday had a perfect response to a woman who body shamed her in a waiting room. Holliday says she told the woman, ma'am, I'm one of the most famous plus-size model in the world. I think I'm doing okay, and I hope that's what we can put on her tombstone, for real. In a couple of years, somebody can just chisel that out. Ma'am, I'm one of the most famous plus-size models in the world. I think I'm okay. That could actually be like in her eulogy that she has sometime in the next decade. Because reality, this woman is morbidly obese. The People Magazine is even hurting her. Just to be real, like anybody that is propping her up and trying to support this insanity that is what is going on in the world today, with somehow us seeing morbid obesity as not something that is negative for our society. When 86% of all hospital burden is made up of chronic illness, and 90% of type 2 diabetes, a chronic illness, is lifestyle related. 80% of cardiovascular disease, a lifestyle driven illness, is in fact lifestyle driven. These chronic illnesses and diseases that make up a huge burden, 86% of all the burden on our healthcare system in 2020, even before all the craziness of the last 2 years, we need to stop lying to ourselves as a society. We need to actually get to the point where we say, this is in fact unhealthy for us. Maybe we should do something about it. It is burdening society. These magazines are the same people that will publicize Earth Day events talking about how we need to save the planet when morbidly obese people on the average add 20% more to their carbon emissions than a lean person just by their overconsumption. They consume a lot. That's why these magazines prop them up, because they are big promoters, self-advertisement for mass consumption of everything from food to pharma. So get there faster, people. I don't understand how this is even an issue. Tess Holliday just nailed the clapback of all clapbacks. Well, I've been known to have some clapbacks, so let's see how this one works. On Thursday, the model, 36. Wow, she's only 36. Anyway. Was in the waiting room at the doctor's office, minding my own business, she quotes, when an older woman decided to criticize her body. Holliday recounted in an Instagram video. We're not going to do the full Instagram video. She says, "You're so pretty, you have a beautiful face, and you have beautiful hair." So this woman is complimenting her on all the things that are very important to Tess Holliday. You know, the classic beauty standards, even though she has, F your beauty standards, the classic main beauty standards that she always goes by, the plumping up the lips, the Botox in the forehead, the eyebrows, the perfectly dyed hair, the pounds of makeup on, those classic signs of beauty standards, she is very, very much for, advertises, makes money off of. The only beauty standard she really claims that she F's is that of being in any way, that of a healthy person when it comes to her physical body. And she said, "I mean, I look like this and my face is covered," but I'm like, "Okay, thank you," Holliday said. But she couldn't just leave it there. She then proceeded to tell me, "Why don't you just lose a little bit of weight?" Now, she didn't tell you that. Even in the article, there's a question mark at the end of it. And I know that, I don't like accuse Tess Holliday of being some super genius, but I can tell you that question marks normally mean that this woman asked you a fucking question, and a legitimate one. She is stating how she thinks you have a lot going for you with your looks and with everything like that. But she is showing concern because you are, in fact, fucking huge, Tess Holliday. You are, in fact, a large woman who is clearly physically ill. This woman is showing concern for you. We need to normalize encouraging obese people to lose weight. We need to normalize this, in my opinion. We do not need any more ass pats of "you're beautiful and pretty, and that's all I'm going to say about this," when in fact it looks like you can barely move. I challenge this to any morbidly obese person that's trying to say there's nothing wrong with being morbidly obese. Film yourself laying yourself on the ground and then getting up quickly as if there was an emergency, as if, I don't know, you had to leave your house quickly, as if like you had to take care of your child quickly. If you cannot get your ass up off the ground quickly without difficulty or pain, you should adjust yourself. If you cannot move around because of your weight, you should adjust your lifestyle. And visibly seeing that this woman looks like she's going to invert her knees, I am sorry, but this woman sounds like she is a concerned citizen worried about somebody that may, in fact, need help. Because Tess Holliday clearly, visibly, every second of every single day needs help with her health. She clearly needs it. Why not accept the help now? Because in about another 5 or 10 years, if this woman keeps continuing to gain weight, if she keeps pushing it the way she's pushing it, she is, in fact, highly likely going to be immobile. Like, that's what people need to understand. Tess Holliday could snap an ankle right now, and it could cost her the rest of her, it could start a death spiral that could cost her the rest of her life. That is how big this woman is. And somebody showing in any way concern, asking this woman a question is now somehow shaming. Asking this woman a very fucking legitimate societal question. Not only does this affect Tess Holliday, but it affects her family. Not only does it affect her family, it affects everybody that reads this rag of a magazine and watches her literal lying, like completely almost untruthful rendition of her eating disorders and shit like that online. She is an influencer. We need to get to the point where we realize that influencers do influence their fucking audiences to eat more, to look like them, to buy the clothes that they wear, to do the things that they do. That's why they are fucking influencers. That's the only reason why this woman makes any fucking money, is because companies believe that they can make money by showing her as a fucking example. You realize how moronic it is that we are in denial of this. Obesity is contagious, especially in the world of social and mainstream media, where it's constantly pushed on people that it is okay. Making statements such as, this is somehow shaming, when this woman was clearly asking a legitimate question, that is a negative thing for the audience. The audience will then view anybody asking them about their weight as somehow negative, when in fact, if you are fat as fuck, if you are eating to the point where you are injuring yourself and causing societal burden, bad for the climate, you're going to use more pharma, you're going to be in more pain, you are going to lead a shorter life, one that is much more dependent upon society to actually fucking help you, one that it burdens society more. This is not shaming, this is reality, and you fucking know it. How is asking a question somehow evil? I don't fucking understand it. The F Your Beauty Standards creator, again, the only beauty standard that Tess Holliday F's is being fat as fuck, said that she is, quote, no stranger, end quote, to people telling her to lose weight, and, quote, it happens often, but she typically doesn't engage with them. Then listen, woman, because for real, people, these people are the people that are helping you. These are the kind people. The people that are suggesting you lose weight are being vastly more kind and showing you way more empathy than any fan of yours that lies to your fucking face. That is what's happening in society. We are literally propagating systemic lying, institutionalized lying. That's what this type of political correctness is that we are looking people dead in the fucking face and saying, I know you're 400 pounds, but don't let anybody tell you you're unhealthy because it doesn't need to be true. We are openly lying to them. They know because they're in the 400 fucking pound body that you are lying to them. They know you're lying to them. They know it every day they get out of bed. They know it every day they tie their fucking shoes, if they can tie their fucking shoes. They know every day they have a hard time getting off the fucking toilet. They know every single day, every single minute that they are in fact unhealthy. No 400 fucking pound person, 350 pound woman, 300 pound male, nobody that is that big deep down believes that they're perfectly healthy. It is a societal lie that they are telling themselves that we are reinforcing by telling them that they're okay. We are reinforcing the lies they are telling themselves. And that is dangerous as fuck. This is like saying, don't listen to anybody about quit drinking, drunk Bobby. You're funner when you're drunk. This is that statement. This is that type of fucking thing. We need to get there societally. We need to normalize encouraging people to lose fucking weight. We are too fucking fat as a society. Quote, usually when someone says something like that to me, because I have deeply seated trauma and people-pleasing tendencies, I usually say something to be kind, to placate their diet talk, to make them feel a little better. I'm usually like, I work out or whatever. First of all, I don't believe you work out very regularly. I'm gonna be on with that because I think you just are a fucking liar. This is the Tess Holliday. I mean, and there's evidence everywhere to show you're a liar. That's just my opinion. Of course, I'm not going to get into the whole semantics of it. I believe she lies. However, the workouts need to be consistent, and workouts have very little to do with weight loss. You need to stop shoving so much fucking food into your face. This woman is openly making mukbang videos with her friend on her TikTok just about every week, a couple of weeks of her trying all sorts of large quantity different fast foods. She did Taco Bell and Arby's and McDonald's just this past fucking week. It is not your exercise, Tess. It is that you're fucking eating too fucking much. You are eating too fucking much food, period. And have been for years. You're not anorexic. This woman is eating food on camera often. This woman is showing how her body looks often. I don't see the anorexia adding up. It's insulting. But that's a different video that I've made bunches of times because, again, she is just a liar. I mean, I really believe that she's just a liar. But if you keep going down, this time, because we need to get to the burn of all burns, apparently. This time, though, Holliday was, quote, unquote, tired of getting these body-shaming comments and decided to respond. Quote, I looked at her, took a deep breath, and I said, and I still can't believe I said this, looking at me smiling, I'm so proud of myself. I looked at her and said, ma'am, I'm one of the most famous plus-size models in the world. I think I'm doing okay. The mic drop moment initially took the woman aback, Holliday said, though she pressed on. Then she goes on, I just stopped eating when I'm not hungry anymore. And I just said, bodies are weird. And then I looked at my phone, and God bless, I heard Terry the nurse call my name. Where is this humongous clapback? This woman showed concern for Tess Holliday, and Tess Holliday dismissed it because she feels she's famous in her career. You are not a plus-size model. You are a shock model. People put you on the runway because they're like, holy shit, look at that fat woman on the runway. People put you on magazine covers because they're like, holy shit, look at that fat woman on a magazine cover. Period. That is your career. You are not a plus-size model. You are a shock model. That is it. People need to get there. Most of the time, this woman doesn't actually model clothing. She put something on that they wanted to make a statement with, and then they parade her down like she's some sort of fucking, some sort of circus act. That's what the fucking people are doing to her. She does not even realize that these very people are mocking her as often as they fucking can. They know you're unhealthy, Tess. Everybody knows you're unhealthy. Do you know why? Because they have eyes and they know gravity exists and they see you walk. You are unhealthy. Somebody being concerned about your health, you're a mother. I mean, like, I'm sorry, but we should absolutely try to encourage people who have children to be as healthy as fucking possible so they can teach their children to be as healthy as fucking possible and lead long, happy, healthy lives in their children's lives. You understand this, right? Like, I get that society is so fucking weak right now that for some reason we cannot address actual real world issues that we have about the shit we do to ourselves. Like, we cannot tell people that eat themselves to morbid obesity that they should lose weight because they have eaten themselves to morbid obesity. Well, she has an eating disorder. You should leave her alone. That is literally like saying don't encourage the alcoholic not to drink because they have a problem. You get that, right? Like, I mean, people are fucking crazy about this shit right now. It is systemic, societal lying to individuals. She knows it's a lie. Like, I'm a plus size model. I'm doing pretty good for right now. I hope you don't, like, what do you think is going to happen in another few years? Again, you are already, nobody can tell me she's healthy. I mean, I've seen this woman walk. I've seen her move around. This woman is in pain daily. She is in physical pain, period. And if for some reason she happens to be in some way metabolically healthy, which I would be absolutely fucking shocked by, completely shocked by, it doesn't remove the fact that she lives on Earth and Earth has gravity, and that's bad for her fucking joints. She is hurting herself with every step she takes at that weight. People, we need to get past this hump. We need to at least enter the world of reality where the sky is blue, not rainbows with unicorns flying all over it, throwing glitter every fucking place. We need to actually understand that reality fucking exists. And reality has laws of like physics and thermodynamics. Like, you know, no matter how little I eat, I can't lose weight. I've heard this woman say that before. Bullshit. Like, there's no genetic, mutant secret that she all of a sudden cannot eat food and still not lose weight. I mean, it is just societal lie after societal lie to protect the feelings of people who, in fact, are in physical fucking danger from their lifestyle choices. We are trying to protect people who are hurting themselves daily. When you see a person in one sitting eat more calories than they likely need for the whole fucking day while they're already in a morbidly obese state, we are literally watching that person self-harm as a society, and it's being applauded and cheered. Articles like this do not help Tess Holliday. They do not help fat people because they actually mask the actual issue in that we have made it so obese people seem to be a protected fucking class, that we can't, for some reason, in any way, tell them anything that might in some way hurt their little fucking fifis, when in fact, it is bad for them and society. They are burdening themselves, but they are also burdening our healthcare system, burdening society, using more resources, causing more carbon emissions. There is not one positive thing to being morbidly obese. Not from the consumption it takes to consistently be there and stay there and get there, from the outcomes it has on the body, which then has societal outcomes on how it happens, on how it affects society with healthcare costs, hospital burden, children, people teaching bad habits to the next generation because, again, obesity is contagious through influence. It's just, we need to get there quicker. A whole article from a worldwide magazine talking about how a woman asking a question to another woman after complimenting her looks, wondering why this woman does not address her clear physical, self-inflicted illness, is somehow seen as shaming. We need to get a fucking grip, people, right now. And that's just my 2 cents in the matter. God damn.